I wanted to show you some of the ways that I work through my own sketchbooks. I like to have sketchbooks with me wherever I go, and I just pick up different little bits of information. For example, everything from a harbour in Dunbar to places in Yorkshire, roads going off into the landscape. But it's very much about trying to capture the atmosphere or the feeling of something that I can then hopefully begin to translate into painting further down the line. Most of these ones you're looking at the moment are in quite small sea white sketchbooks that are about 20 centimetres square, I think, and they have lots of notes. And I tend to work in colour. This one's really unusual because it actually is pencil, so are these. But here I was using line and shape and monochrome, and I was more thinking sculpturally. Whereas here I'm very much back to colour because I'm a colourist. I tend to think in colour. Sometimes it's just like little episodes, little changes in the light and so on, or maybe just a collaged idea of shadows. Sometimes they're just colour notes. Other times I just do little things in the sketchbook to get me started on an idea. These are actually different areas of a larger work where I've painted white paint around them to create new compositions. This is a larger sketchbook. This is done in the studio, but I often take large sketchbooks outside. This is also a studio drawing to knock around some ideas. As is this. Again, they're done from smaller drawings made actually on site. In this case it's Macduff Harbour in the north of Scotland. But some of my drawings are actually in really tiny little sketchbooks, and my ideas really start here and then develop into other things in paintings. Here you can actually see one of the drawings that led into this painting. Lots of studies of structure and surface, trying to get this very chunky little boat to develop. And you can see the outcome there. Things are compressed and fuller than normal. I've recently moved my studio outside, and my sketchbooks tend to reflect that, with me sitting on the coast or in a field and trying to make sense of what's happening around me. I don't have specific ways that I always work in my sketchbook, but I just like to make marks and see what's possible in terms of how you can begin to record things around you. Sometimes it's mixed media, like we can see here, but generally I think it's just a way of surprising myself, trying to see something on a page that can take me off in a new direction, even just like these little rapid marks, or maybe making some heavily collaged and then painting over it and rubbing back. There is no one way that I work, and I don't want there to be one way that I work, because I think often in paintings like I make, you're working through a body of work, and you need your sketchbooks to show you new ways that you could take that body of work, new things that could become possible in media, and the way that different ways of using media, like here I'm using a rag, different ways that media can shape your understanding of the ideas that you're actually pushing around in your work in the larger pieces, which for me would be canvases, but it doesn't really matter what they are. The sketchbook's a place for free thinking, if you like.